So, you've got a couple of improvement actions that you're not happy about. Even discovered some action smells. What to do about it? Hi, I'm Ferdinand Veldmans and this is Agile Bites, in which I explain Agile concepts and tools in bite-sized pieces.
Episode 2. Making your actions concrete.
In the previous episode of Agile Bites, we've seen how you can recognize action smells, common patterns of potential problems in improvement actions. To increase the chance of success with your actions, take the following 3 steps. Remove the smells, check concrete, refine and plan. Let's see how that works. Imagine you received a complaint from a stakeholder that he was unpleasantly surprised that your project was delayed. There was nothing you could do about it, and in the retrospective you made the action, we should communicate better. In Agile Bites episode 1 we have seen that this has the action smell called New Year's Resolution. Let's remove that smell by refactoring the action, just like you would do with code that smells. The refactoring we need to do is to turn the intention into concrete behavior. What is it that we should communicate? To whom should we communicate? What does better mean? Someone brings in the idea to invite the stakeholder to the sprint review, so that he's always up to date on actual progress. Is this good enough? Let's see. A quality improvement action can be recognized by the following attributes. It is clear when it is done. Like user stories, you could use acceptance criteria. To ensure follow-up, it must be owned by someone, or by the team by putting it on the sprint backlog or showing it on the Scrum board. You should be able to do it right now. It should be small enough and not be waiting on something else. As a team, you should be able to commit to it, and that's only possible when it is in your own circle of influence. The action should be valuable, obviously, making real impact. Otherwise, why do it? It should be executable. Everything you need should be there. If you don't know whether something works, you can make it an experiment. The result should be tangible. You can either measure or notice the effect. And finally, it should be engaging. Working on it should give you energy as a team. Actions that follow these are considered concrete. Let's go back to the example from the complaint. Clear? We just need to send an invitation. Owned? In this case, the team member that owns the invitation for the sprint review offers to do it immediately. A larger action you could put on the sprint backlog. Now, this action is small and can be done on the spot. Committed? Yep, we can do it. Does it have real impact? Yes, the dialogue we get with the customer during the sprint review is very valuable. Executable? We consider this an experiment. We don't know yet whether the customer is always able to join, and we may need additional actions. Tangible? Yes, we can count the number of times the customer joins and the number of weeks without complaints. Engaging? The idea of having a customer present makes us even more motivated to have a great demo during the review. You might think the previous example was a bit trivial. Let's look at something more elaborate. In this case, a team was frustrated about the lack of information from departmental architects. They came up with the following action. People involved in the architecture meeting should spread content more. 3 clear smells here. Influenza. It talks about other people. New Year's Resolution. It's not clear what they will do exactly. Anti-broken meter. Not clear when you're done how much more is. It currently describes what other people should do. To refactor, describe the action from your perspective. What could you do? Let's assume that no one from the team was participating in the meeting and the meeting did not have a chairman that you could address. The first good step is always, let's talk. An action could be, organize a meeting with the architect to tell them about our needs and look for ways to communicate outcomes of the meeting. That's already a lot better. It removes the first 2 smells, influenza and New Year's Resolution, since we are clear about what we are going to do. What about the broken meter? Well, you could say you're done when the meeting has taken place. On the other hand, the result could be a bit more specific. Let's turn back at concrete and see how that could help us. We will rewrite the action as we go. Clear when it is done? We'll skip that for a moment, since that is the missing part here. Owned? It's back to us to organize it. But who should join from both teams? In this case, the lead engineer and the team proposes to have a quick chat with the lead architect about this idea and ask him who could join from the architects and set up the meeting afterwards. Now? Definitely immediate. We could make it smaller by limiting the number of participants and the duration of the meeting to 30 minutes. We are all very busy and don't need everyone to be there. Within our circle of influence? Yes, we will take the first initiative. What is real impact? Collaborating early on with the architects and giving our input to decisions that impact us directly and understand other things that are decided. Since we now describe the result of the improvement, the broken meter smell is removed as well, and it is clear when we are done. The meeting is executable. It could be that we define an experiment together with the architects on the best way to get us involved and share information. Tangible result? What should come out of this meeting? Maybe some working agreements? Or some experiment? While discussing, people get more enthusiastic. They can imagine this is going to work in whatever way. A clear sign the action is giving energy. This now definitely is a concrete action. You see that making an action concrete adds a lot of details. In some cases, it may actually make it larger. This would introduce the elephant smell. What to do then? How do you eat an elephant? Bite by bite. You need to slice the elephant. To deal with large actions, you break up the action in smaller improvement stories. In the next sprint, you then take up one or more stories. This is similar to backlog refinement and might be a topic for another episode. Continuous improvement is an essential part of agile teams. Just defining improvement actions is often not good enough. You need to avoid action smells and make your actions concrete. That allows you to execute those actions, get the results from the improvements, and therefore make an impact. Cheat sheets for concrete and how to refactor action smells can be found in the description of this video. I hope you found this episode useful. Please let me know in the comments. Suggestions for future topics are also welcome. See you next time.
Thank you for watching Agile Bytes.